I have with me here George Zekent Liu from the team Absolute Legends. Zekent, how are you doing today?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, so to start off, why don't you give me a summary of how you got into League of Legends?
Okay, so I pretty much started League of Legends because like a lot of my apartment mates in college were playing,
All
and
right.
at the time I was actually playing Hans. So I used to play on a competitive team in Hans, so it was pretty fun at the time. But I realized my ping was actually horrible.
Hmm.
Like even playing on like North American servers, I had like 180 plus a lot of
Oh,
the time, and my playing at European servers is like 400, so it was basically horrible. And when I was playing League, it was much better. It was usually around like 90, hundreds. And I just like playing with my friends more too. Like, just we would spend like some nights it's just everyone's home. We're just like, okay, whatever. We're playing some League, and we just like all got together and played. It was pretty awesome.
that's good. That's good. When did you start to take this game seriously?
Um, I actually really enjoy. Like, I'm not actually a very competitive person by nature. But I do enjoy just like playing the game. So
Oh,
as I started like climbing the ladder and whatnot, I just realized, I'm pretty good at this game, so I might as well keep going, do my best, see how far I can go, and just kept playing and playing, and I don't know, didn't really, I'm not really sure how I decided to like take it seriously or whatever, but just kind of happened, I guess.
all right, all right. Well, on your stream, you're known for being a pleasant, entertaining, and informative guy with a big emphasis on the pleasant. How do you keep your cool when you come across some of those not so pleasant players? And is there any advice you could give us on how to deal with them?
How do I keep my cool? For the most part, it's just I recognize that even if they're like angry at what's like happening in the game,
Hmm.
it's like partially they're just like frustrated. You don't really want to keep, you don't want to add fuel to the fire, so you don't really just like keep talking back and forth with them because then they're gonna get more and more enraged. So what I usually do is just say, calm down, relax, don't worry, we got this. We'll do our best. And if it doesn't work out, well, then we'll lose. And if it calms them down, that's great. And it just, I feel like if your team is in a good mindset, like everyone believes that you can win the game, your chances of winning just go up so much. Because just one play, especially in a game like League of Legends, where if you can drag the game out long enough, even if you're behind, you can make a comeback. And
Right.
just maybe picking off one person at a crucial time will lead to a victory. Like just things like that. It's just so if I see someone, they're not like very happy at the time, just try not to like piss them off anymore. And yeah, that's about it.
Fair enough. Words, wise words. Take notes. On your streams, you've also got another type of trademark, which is your green hat. Where did that come from, and how'd you make that so big?
I have no idea how it got so big, but I just got it from one of my friends in college, and I don't really know. I just had it like lying around my room one day, and someone saw it in my webcam. Like, hey, put the hat on. So I was like, okay, put the hat on, and the rest is history, I guess.
Rest is history. Good stuff. What's the question you get asked the most in your chat on the stream?
Um, why aren't you playing Poppy?
Right, of
I
course.
think that's a pretty common one.
Yeah, I could see that. Good stuff. So, I guess the next question goes without saying. Who's your favorite champion in the League of Legends?
Um, that's a hard one. Jenna or Poppy? Those are my two
Jhin or
favorite
Poppy?
champions.
And why would it be those two?
I just played like I used to play support.
Of
Like I
course.
played support in Hunt, I played support in Dota, I played support when I started playing
Okay.
League. Um, so and Jenna was one of those like playmakers. Like you can flash in the middle of the opposing team, use your ult, you can use tornadoes to peel, you can use your slow, you can use your shields. It's like there's so many clutch things you can do with her. And after I learned how to play her like AP mid, then I realized this champion is amazing. Like that's just what
Hmm.
happened with that. And for Poppy, I actually really enjoyed playing her since season one. Wasn't really that good at her at the time, but like when season two came around, I was like, I have a spare account. Might as well see how far I can take it.
Of
I'll just go,
course.
play Poppy every single game, see what happens, and turned out pretty well.
Right. Spam happy. That's good stuff.
hmm
When you were starting up your LOL career, was there any player that you would watch and learn from, or did you watch streams often?
Yeah, I actually watch streams good. I usually watched Garzman Bob just because he's pretty relaxed and
Of
he played like a
course.
huge variety of champions.
Right.
So it was really fun for me to watch his stuff, and plus his music was good too. So it's always
Hmm.
great.
Yeah. You have a large fan base actually for your stream, and they watch you daily and stuff like that. How does it feel to be that respected and admired by so many people? And do you interact with them a lot?
It's actually kind of strange for me. Like I'm never really like someone who's really been like the spotlight that much, but I think it's really cool that everyone's following me, and I really appreciate all the support that everyone's given me.
Right.
And I try to do as much like fan interaction as possible. I try to play like a few fan games a week and stuff, and just like chatting with them while between games and whatever's.
That's great. That's great. So you mentioned to me that you're at the World Championship playoffs in LA. What impressed you about the performing teams?
Just the coordination and like I was actually in the players lounge for a while, and it was really nice just talking to them. Everyone's actually really like very relaxed. Everyone's really friendly,
Okay,
and as I got along with everyone, it was pretty awesome.
that's great. Anyone who was watching the tournament saw some of the internet issues, but aside from that, how did Riot do setting it all up, and was it well organized?
I thought it was amazing, except for like watching the games was amazing. They had a few like they had a few delays here and there. Like the games weren't just like back to back to back. There was like
Right.
some games had like a bigger gap between them. But for the most part, I thought it ran pretty smoothly until the third day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Let's talk about your team, Absolute Legends. How are they looking for the start of season 3?
So far we've been doing pretty good. Like I can see improvement from like every single scrim we do, and that keeps me motivated. Like
Right.
every single time we have a scrim, like whether we win or lose, I see improvement, and that's all I want to see. And I think for season 3, we'll definitely become a contender.
Good stuff. So Absolute Legends got a complete roster change mid-September, and you became the top lane. You're such a fresh and new team. So is the synergy between all of you is it progressing well? You obviously touched on that.
I mean, these are all the people I've played with. Actually, 4 of our players are from Han, so I actually knew them
Oh,
before I
I
switched
didn't
over
know.
to LoL.
Good
Like
stuff.
everyone but Spellsy. So Robert, Sushi, and Yoda all played Han with me, and so we've been playing together for a pretty long time. And so our synergy's okay. Like we have a few teamwork issues that we can work out, but for the most part, it's pretty good.
That's great. That's great. So you were Team Four, not support and coach for both different for a little while, but differently.
Mm-hmm.
On Absolute Legends, you're at the top lane. What's the mindset difference between playing a solo lane compared to playing a duo lane in tournaments, and how is the transition between the two roles?
I actually wanted to play support for the most part, but since I actually do play a lot of top lane champions, it's not really that big a deal. But the main mindset difference is when you're playing a support role, you have to keep in mind like so much more on the map. Like like when I play support, I'm constantly paying attention to is someone if I see someone like appear on the map, I'll start like ping spamming it, or like I'll be like watch out top, watch out mid.
Yeah.
And also you have to keep in mind that you have to keep in check more people in the lane. There's 4 people as opposed to 2.
Mm.
So like just being able to like deal with 3 other people is pretty big. So it gets pretty hectic, but I enjoy both roles a lot. And when I play top lane, it's mostly just how am I going to outplay the person right in front of me, and how am I supposed to avoid jungle ganks? Like that's the main thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, so season 3 is starting soon. What's your team stressing in terms of strategy and play style? And are you guys looking to set yourself apart from the other teams in any specific kind of way?
Um, right now we're just focusing on just general teamwork because that's like just the basics and all. But we have a few strategies that we are coming up with. Like we wanted to try a few comps around like revolving around Poppy and Janna, just because I like playing Poppy and Janna.
All right.
But there's a few strategies that we're working on.
You gonna tell me
No,
some of them?
not yet, not
Fair
yet.
enough. Fair enough. Um, so being a professional gamer, it's probably an aspiration for a number of players. They see it as a win-win. They're playing a game they enjoy. Why not? But could you identify some of its disadvantages,
Some
if
of the
any?
disadvantages, like is a pretty big time sink. Like it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time out of your day, and it's. I mean, honestly, I love it. It's a great. I have a great time doing it, but sometimes I do get kind of tired. It's like you're streaming for most of the day and you go scrim. It's like playing League for like 10, 12 hours is pretty rough.
Right. Right. All right. So you kind of touched on it, but like, how do you keep enjoying the game? Like, how do you get the game to stay fresh for you? Do you play a lot of ARAMs or other
Um,
modes?
for the most part, it's just I like playing, like trying out new builds, trying out new champions. So every single time, as long as I'm playing different champions and not just like grinding one champion over and over, I'm generally having a good time. So whether I'm playing ARAMs or I'm just playing normal games or ranked games, it's generally pretty fun for me.
All right, that's great. That's great. That's most of my questions down. I'm gonna do some speed questions now. This is just for fun.
All right.
If you can't think of anything, just say pass. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Most visited website.
Reddit.
Most admired person.
Um, pass.
Favorite movie.
Oh shoot. Pass.
Something that irritates you.
Angry people.
Best lame joke that you know.
Huh. Uh, I got nothing.
Cat or dog.
Cat.
Favorite meal involving bacon.
Bacon with more bacon and more bacon.
Good stuff. All right, pick one. This is gonna be tough. I'm sorry.
hmm
Give up beatboxing or throw out your green hat.
Oh man. Oh man.
I thought hard on this.
Oh man. Uh, that's tough. I can't choose.
No,
Uh,
you got to. Your fans
okay.
know. All right.
Probably the green hat.
Oh,
Would you
jeez.
say?
All right. All
I don't
right.
know. I don't know.
I know you already said it's final.
All
All
right.
right. True or false? There is no cow level.
False.
And finally, what's the grossest thing you've ever eaten?
Um, I don't know. I eat a lot of random things, like intestines, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, all right. We're done. We're done. Zekent, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for responding personally to my Reddit post.
No problem.
I hope you enjoyed this interview. Sincerely wish you and your team the best of luck in this upcoming seasons. And if you have any shout-outs, shout away.
Shout out to all my fans. Shout out to Push TV, Solo Mid, Team A, Absolute Legends, sponsors, Razer. Shout out to Riot for creating such a great game. And yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever.
All right.